reader to start reading at the third verse. We're going to read from the 3rd verse to the 5th. Read the word.
And Elimelech, Naomi's husband, died, and she was left and her 2 sons. And they took them wives of the woman of Moab. The name of the one was Orpah, and the name of the other Ruth. And they dwelled there about 10 years. And Mahlon and Chilion died also, both of them. And the woman was left of her 2 sons and her husband.
Go over to
Sit down and be quiet.
the 11th
And
and the 12th.
And Naomi said, Turn again, my daughter. Why will ye go with me? Are there yet any more sons in my womb, that they may be your husband? Turn again, my daughters, go your way, for I am too old to have an husband. If I should say I have hope, if I should have an husband also tonight, and should also bear sons.
13 through 15.
Would ye tarry for them till they were grown? Would ye stay for them from having husbands? Nay, my daughters, for it grieveth me much for your sakes, that the hand of the Lord is gone out against me. And they lifted up their voice, and wept again. And Orpah kissed her mother-in-law. Both Ruth clave unto her. And she said, Behold, thy sister-in-law is gone, back unto her people, and unto her God. Return thou after thy sister-in-law.
Ephesians the 6th chapter. Ephesians the 6th chapter in the 1st verse.
Children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right.
Read it again.
Children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right.
May the Lord add a blessing to the reading of His word. As I begin to pray and ask God, what will you have me to say to the people on today? And the Lord's directed me to these passages of Scripture. And as I begin to read, things begin to become a little clearer, and the revelation from the Lord came. And when we looked at the 3rd verse, it says, Elimelech, the husband of Naomi, died. And at this point, Naomi was left with 2 sons and 2 daughters. And there was a famine in their land, Bethlehem, Judah. So they went down to Moab, where the food was plentiful, and they felt that life would be much better. At that time, the sons met and they married 2 Moabite wives, Orpah and Ruth. The Bible declared for about 10 years they lived together as husband and wife, until God came and took Ruth and Orpah, husbands. The sons that Naomi had was Mahlon and Chilion. But God would come into their home, or would come into Naomi's home and take her sons. I want you to know that the Lord had already taken her husband, and then He would come and take her 2 sons. And Naomi realized that at this point she wanted to leave Moab and go back home to Bethlehem. And the Lord had come to her aid in providing her with food, and at this time and during her time of transition. And with her daughter-in-laws, the Bible lets us know she began to talk with the 2 girls and to try to convince them to go back to their homeland, because she had no more sons for them. She felt that the Lord had dealt with her harshly. And the girls begin to just sit there, and the Bible tells us they begin to weep. And if I was used for a topic on today, or a subject on today, would be, Mom, how can I forsake you?
Come on now.
As the people of God, God will direct you. God will give you that blessed assurance, even during your hard times. Even during the times when the doctors have given up on your situation, God will come in and He will do the impossible. And at this time, Naomi couldn't really see her way. But I want you to know that she was a praying woman. And because her prayers would go up to God and reach heaven, God already had everything mapped out for her. And sometimes when we lose our family and our relatives, sometimes it leaves us in a place where I don't know what's next, I don't know what to do. But I come to tell somebody on this afternoon that if you pray and you wait on God, God will give you that assurance that He will be there. I'm reminded by the scripture said that I'll never leave you nor forsake you.
Oh, yes, yes.
And sometimes I want you to know that it gets unbearable being a mother alone by yourself. Because sometimes so many dads are missing in action. And the mothers have to pick up and do everything. But I want to tell you today is something about a praying mother.
Yes, yes.
When I think about a praying mother, I think about Naomi. I think about Mary, the Virgin Mary. I think about Mother Minnie Scream.
Yeah,
I think about Mother Alma Morris.
Right now.
I'm talking about praying women that will not take down. And I heard somebody say earlier in Sunday school, I believe it was, or maybe it was in the beginning of praise and worship, that you can make it. When I heard that phrase, it took me back to my first message that I had to preach. You can make it on the broken pieces.
Come on now.
But I come to tell some mother today, I don't care what it looks like. I don't care where he may have gone, but you can make it on those broken pieces. I want to tell you that Ruth told Naomi, she says, I'm not going to leave your side. I'm going to cling to you. Wherever you die, I'm going to die with you. Wherever you lay your head, I'm going to lay my head with you. Wherever you go, I'm going with you. I want to tell you, the relationship of a mother, it is the internal, intergenerational relationship between a child and the mother. It's a binding between a mother and a child. Sometimes it can be blissful. Sometimes it can be bittersweet. But it's a covenant. And when you look at this book of Ruth, you see that it's a powerful story. I come to tell somebody, you've got to wait on God. I don't care what it's look like. I keep hearing the Lord say, no matter what it looks like, no matter what it feels like, wait on me. It might be bittersweet.